Welcome to Waceke the Coach, creating a world of unfolding possibilities and boundless options. Today we are going to speak about living an integrated life. You know, life places so many demands on us and we wear so many hats that sometimes we feel pulled all over and overstretched. For example, you can be a mother, a wife, a student at the same time, an employee, a sister, an auntie. You are also a worker within a community or a volunteer within a community that you belong to. Maybe you belong to a local golf club. That's another space you are in. Maybe you're a chairman of a school fund or a reading mom or participating in your local religious community. So many roles, you wear so many hats at any given time. And you feel like you have to keep juggling all these hats or all these balls in the air. Or if you want to prefer a coat, you have to keep removing the coat of a mom to wear the coat of an employee, the coat of a wife, the coat of a preacher, the coat of a community organizer, whichever roles that you take on. But I've come to a point whereby I realize, or I think and I believe, and I would like to communicate this to you, that you can live an integrated life where you wear only one jacket. I like to call it the coat of many colors. I guess it's like the coat of many colors that Jacob made for the son Joseph. This color, or I remember watching a play of Joseph and Technicolor coat. This coat has got all these colors and flavors of your various roles and responsibilities, even including your roles of where you participate for fun and leisure and activities like that. You can wear one coat. And what makes this one coat one is at the center of when you define who you are. When you know who you are, you will consistently carry the same person in all these roles and spaces which you keep moving in and moving out without feeling the discomfort that one role is overshadowing the other or cannibalizing the other or eating and taking away from the other. All these roles can complement each other. You can wear them comfortably. But what does that mean? That means establishing why you are doing those roles. The why should come together. There should be a convergence of the why, what, and who you are. So that these roles that are coming in where we call where you are or the spaces, then they are not fighting or they are not in conflict. I know when we have so many roles in our lives and they are in conflict, then we have this crisis. Sometimes it's a crisis of values. Because the values that are being driven in one space maybe are contrary to your values. Or they are taking away from the values that you should be driving in our space. For example, I look at typical women like ourselves. We have families and we work. So spending so much time at work so that you can get a promotion sometimes can take away from the time of your family. So you are telling yourself that if I want to look for a job, I want to work for an employer who is sensitive to family, who cares about families, who believe in work-life balance, who believe I can be an effective employee even without spending excess hours at work beyond 5 o'clock or beyond the time I'm meant to be there. And they have created a system around me and I've created a system around my work that allows me to be effective at work and to be effective at home. Therefore, there is no conflict of values and conflict of spaces. And there is no conflict in who I am and what I am. Living an integrated life. When you live an integrated life, there is a connection of purpose and meaning in all your spaces. You use your value system, your belief system, what you stand for, and what you want out of life to be a criteria or to be a filter or a sieve to say which spaces you want to be in, even who you want to work for. I know sometimes you can say, I'm forced to work for this particular employer because this is the only job available. and I need to put food on the table and have to pay bills and meet other financial obligations. But I believe that if you believe in yourself so much that you can actually fashion and craft the life that you want, you can set a goal and say, I want to live an integrated life. I want to live a life that allows me to experience my life as a parent or as an artist and also as a worker or an employee, or still make a means of livelihood. You can actually be self-employed yourself instead of working for somebody. You can actually leverage the natural gifts and capabilities. You are learning your skill and talent and your education to create the kind of work you require and still make a living out of it. And as you're doing it, do good to self, others, and the universe. That sweet spot of purpose. So the why you are, what you are, and who you are can come together and you can live an integrated life. For me, I believe if there is a space that is cannibalizing very important spaces in your life, and areas which should be a priority in your life, then you need to vacate those spaces and find alternative. Sometimes you are in a space because of what you are getting in that space. Sometimes you ask, can I live without what I'm getting in that space? And if I cannot live without it, can I get what I'm getting in that space in another space that does not cannibalize areas of priority and importance in my life? Thank you.